Hello everyone, my name is Shamanavat and I welcome all of you once again to the series of linear equations. We are in lecture number 7 and in this lecture we are going to learn how to draw an equation, a linear equation on graph. So let's get started. Now these kind of equations, we have discussed some terms in basics of algebra. We have discussed some terms here, basics of algebra. The power 1, variable power 1 is degree 1 equation. So this linear equation is a degree 1 or power 1 equation, yeah, or rather I would say a equation which has power 1. That kind of equations are called linear equations. You will tell me that why are you telling us now after teaching all the concepts? Well, that was needed, not to get too much in depth of the topic. Not required. Like we will learn what is needed. Maths is vast. You can go in depth of that and you will find new things. But you need to stick to what is useful for the exam. First of all, it is important to score well in the exam, right? Coming back to this. The power 1 equation are called what? Linear equation. The order 1 equations are called what? Linear equation. And why are they called a linear equation? Because when you draw these kind of equation on the x-axis and y-axis, the graph, then you will find straight line. So let's see how does it work. So graph, some basics of graph which all of us should be aware about. I'm sure you must have seen this kind of graph. Yes, let me draw this for you. Horizontal line, and here we got vertical line. Both are 90 degree. Both are making what? 90 degree. I hope all of you know what is 90 degree. Perpendicular, right? Okay, 90 degree. Yes, is this visible to all of you? Must be. Make it a little thicker. Okay, yes. So here you got x-axis and y-axis. The horizontal line is called x-axis and the vertical line is called what? Y-axis. Y-axis, x-axis. Yes. So here this x-axis, this variable will represent x-axis and the other one, this one will represent what? Y-axis. Let's try drawing this equation on the number line. Now, when the axes coincide, when they intersect at one point, that's called origin. Now, the value of origin is what? 0, 0. The coordinates on graph is represented as x, y. Yeah. Let me give you some examples here. Let me divide these axes in equal intervals. So the right hand side of the origin, they are positive. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positive numbers. The upside of the graph of the origin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Yeah. Similarly, the downside of the graph is negative, -1, -2, -3, -4. Now I am taking I'm taking this intervals which my estimation, right? So the graph which we'll get will be little estimated inclination. So I will tell you what I'm talking about. Stay tuned, do not skip any part of this video. If you want to learn how to draw a line, how to draw an equation, linear equation on the graph. Okay. So where were we? Any coordinate will be represented in form of what? X comma y. Now, say if you want to represent a point which is 2 comma 3, what will you do? You will take 2, this 2 on x-axis, the point 2 on x-axis, and 3 on y-axis. Yeah, x comma y. Are we clear? Now, this x comma y here, if you extend like this perpendicularly, then here you will get a point. This point will be 2 comma 3. Are we clear with this? Are we clear with this? Yes, no? Yes. So that's how you draw a coordinate on xy plane, on xy axis. Okay, so we are going to use this marking the point, marking the coordinate to draw the equation of line on the graph. So keep this in mind, it's very important. People who already know that, congratulations. Congratulations, you are ahead of others. And people who don't know, who didn't know this, no problem. We are all together. This is a concept builder video. So we are building concept. If you already know this concept, you can go to the next topic. You can go to the next video of this lecture. Now, let's see this equation. 2x plus 3y equal to 6. What do we do here to find the coordinates? We will use some values. I will take you to through the shortcut. There is a lengthy way also, but keep it shorter. So what do we do? Our objective is to find out some coordinates. Let's say, let's find out 3 coordinates. 3 points which will, through which this line pass. Okay. Let's say if I substitute here in this line. So how do you find out the coordinates? You have to assume some values. Let's say for this value, if for this equation you assume x equal to 0. If you take x is equal to 0, you can draw this kind of box, so it will be easy for you to identify the coordinates. So if you put x is equal to 0 here in this original equation, what do you get? 2 into 0, 0 plus 3y equal to 6. What will you get? Y equal to? Y equal to, you will get 3 2s are 6. So for x is equal to 0, y is equal to 2. What does this mean? This means, mind my words here, this means this line 2x plus 3y equal to 6, a line having equation 2x plus 3y equal to 6, that line passes through a coordinate which is 0 comma 2. Remember, x comma y, 0 comma 2. Yeah, or you can say 0 comma 2 is on this line. It's one of the same thing. Yeah, vice versa is also true. So this line passes through the coordinate, the point which is 0 comma 2, or you can say the 0 comma 2 lies on this particular line. One of the same thing. You got one coordinate. Similarly, easy way is what? Now you can also substitute. See, ideally how it should work is you should substitute the values of x and then accordingly you should get value of y. The x is always the horizontal line on any graph is that always represent independent variable. New term, independent variable. We'll explore this, don't worry. So ideally what we should do is we should substitute the values of x and we should get the value of y accordingly. But you know, we are not going to get extra marks for extra steps. So I'll leave everything aside and I can substitute either value of x or value of y, but agenda is to get the coordinate. So having said that, if I substitute y equal to 0, this is the easiest way, no? Substitute x is equal to 0 and then substitute y equal to 0. You will get second point. When you substitute y equal to 0, what you get here in this equation, original equation? Then you get 2x. Now y equal to 0. So 3 into 0 is also 0. Equal to 6. So you get x is equal to what? 3. So x is equal to 3. Yeah. So the another point here you got what? 3 comma 0, x comma y. Always write in terms of x comma y. Now one more point. I leave this on you. What do you want to assume? Okay. If you take, say, yeah, y equal to 1. Okay, if you take y equal to 1, what will happen? You will have y equal to 1. You can say it will be 2x plus 3 into 1 equal to 6. So you will get what? 2x is equal to, you know how to solve one variable equation, right? 3 will go the other side, plus 3 will become minus 3. 6 minus 3 will get you 3. So x will be how much? 1.5. Here you got x is equal to 1.5. The third coordinate, third point. Okay. Now let's draw all these 3 points on this graph. Let's draw this. Let me take off this blue. It'll be difficult. Yes. Nice. Okay. Now let's draw these points on the xy plane. X horizontal line, y vertical line. Are you getting it? What are the steps did we follow as of now? We have taken the equation and then we are taking some random value of one variable and finding the value on another value for another variable. We got this. X is equal to 0, y equal to 2, y equal to 0, x is equal to 3, y equal to 1, x is equal to 1.5. Yeah, and then we got these 3 points. Ideally, we should only change the value of x because x is always independent variable. Y is dependent on x. We will talk about this statement in detail in coming videos. So stay tuned. Now, first point is 0, 2, 0, 2. Where will we get 0, 2? 0 for x, that will come from origin, and 2 for y, 2 for y. Where do you get this? Here. So this is your first point. Let me zoom in for you. This is your first point, 0, 2. This is 0, 2. Alright. The next point is 3, 0. X is 3, y is 2. So the next point is what? 3, 0. So 3 on x. Let's search where is 3 on x-axis. Here is 3 on x-axis. And y is 0. So when you say y is 0 on x-axis itself. Yeah. Let's make a note here. Let's make a note here. Let's make a note here. I want you to make a note here. Yes, I hope you are having pen and paper with you. I have told you earlier that always keep pen paper when you are watching my videos so that you can make your own handwritten notes. Yes, so make one point here. For x equal to 0, or rather let me say x equal to 0 is on y-axis, okay, and y equal to 0 you will get on x-axis, okay. Yeah, tip, note it, important one, note it. X is equal to 0 you will get on y-axis and y equal to 0 you get on x-axis. Coming back, y equal to 0 you get on x-axis, x is equal to 3, y equal to 0, x-axis. This point, second point, this is 3, 0, 3 for x, 0 for y. Next point, 1.5 to 1, 1.5 to 1, y x is equal to 1.5, x equal to 1.5, you will get somewhere between 1 and 2. X is equal to 1.5 and y equal to 1. Y equal to 1. If you extend this to find a common point here you will get a common point. Okay, let me take off this dotted lines so that you will not have any confusion. So this is your 1.5 on x and 1 on y, third point. Now when you join these 3 points, let's see what you have. Join these 3 points. I hope I will be able to draw properly. Yes, going. Oh god. Yeah, I'm very bad at drawing. I used to be very good at drawing when in the school time, you know, when you draw those sceneries, the mountain and river flowing, and then some green garden and woods. Okay, this is it's looking very messy, but as I said, this is supposed to be equal duration, you know, equal distance. 0 to 1, 1 to 2 supposed to be equal distance, but you can see I have taken approximately. That's why it's looking zigzag, otherwise it is supposed to be a straight line. It's supposed to be a straight line. Yeah, supposed to be a straight line. Okay, this is better. This is how it should look like. Yeah, change the color, increase the thickness. Yes, so here you got this line which is representing which equation? 2x plus 3y equal to 6. Did you understand? It's easy, right? It's easy, correct? You need to understand. Let's revise this again, because next question I am not going to go in that much of depth. We will directly draw the line on the graph. So what do we have to do? We have to take multiple points. I advise have 2 points, that's enough, because to draw any line you need minimum 2 points. To draw a line which has defined path, you can note this also. A line which has defined path, you require at least 2 points to join them, and then you will extend both sides. What is line? A line which join points which are in straight line. Yeah, and that can be extended from both sides. Correct. So having 2 points are good enough. Minimum you require 2 points. With 1 point, you will not be able to make a defined line. A line which has defined path. Okay, so we got the coordinates by substituting the values of one variable, taking some values of one variable, finding the value of another variable respectively, and we plot those points here on graph, and then we draw line connecting all those points. You get the graph of straight line. All right, let's try question number 2. Here you can pause this video and try this by yourself. Pause this video and try it by yourself. In this question we got minus 2x plus 3y equal to 3. Now here we have graph. You know the intersection of both the axes is origin. The vertical line is y-axis and the horizontal line is x-axis, right? So how do we do it? Minimum 2 points are required. We learned this. We have learned this. So minus 2x plus 3y equal to 3. Now let's say here I need x and I need y, and minimum 2 values will be good enough. So if I substitute x is equal to 0, x is equal to 0 here, x is equal to 0 here. So what will I have? 3y equal to 3, then y will be equal to 1, correct? And for y equal to 0, if I take y equal to 0, then If y equal to 0, 3 into 0 is 0. So minus 2x equal to 3. In that case, you will say x is equal to 3 upon minus 2. That means minus 1.5. Okay. Fine. Now let's draw this on the axis. 0, 1, 0, 1. So 0 here and 1 on y-axis. Yeah. So the coordinates which we have is 0, 1 and minus 1.5, 0. 0, 1. 1 on y. So this is your 0, 1. This point is 0, 1. Next is minus 1.5, 0. Minus 1.5 on x-axis. Where is that? Here. Between minus 2 and minus 1. Minus 1.5, 0. So this is what I have. This point y equal to 0 is on x-axis, right? So this is your minus 1.5, 0. Now what do we do? Join both of them. Join both of them. Yes, join this one. Join both of them. Point 2. Extend. Yes. And here you have this straight line which is representing equation minus 2x plus 3y equal to 3. Are you okay with this? Comfortable? Are you okay with this? Take 2 points. You can take any random point. I find this to be pretty easy. You substitute x is equal to 0, then you substitute y equal to 0. Similarly, you get 2. Accordingly, you will get 2 points. Join those points and you are done. Now, one more tip, one more thing which you should write. For x is equal to 0, value of y for x equal to 0 is called y-intercept. Okay, and same is for x-intercept. Note this is very important. I am going to use this term later. Okay, note this. For y equal to 0, the value of y for y equal to 0, not us, is, or let's say of y, let's say at, this is sounding better, is called x-intercept. Value of y at x is equal to 0 is called y-intercept. Value of y at y equal to 0 is called x-intercept. Value of x at y equal to 0 is called x-intercept, right? So if you look at this, what did we do here? X is equal to 0, we got y equal to 1. So this can also be called as what? Y-intercept, right? And for y equal to 0, you got x equal to 1 minus 1.5. This can be called what? X-intercept. It has nothing to do with drawing the graph, but you need to know these terms. Very important. Noted? Okay. So I hope you got a good revision and good understanding of how to draw a line, the graph of linear equation on xy plane. Very good. We got these two more questions. So x is equal to 0. Let me draw a rough graph here. Assume that they are straight line. Okay. You got y-axis and you got x-axis. Tell me, x equal to 0, and you need to draw a line for this. X is equal to 0. How will you do that? That line will be nothing but that line will be nothing but, you know what, x is equal to 0. X is always equal to 0. So you will have x is equal to 0 when you will get actually y axis. Yeah, so all the points on y axis, you will see all the points on y axis, for all of them x is equal to 0. Correct? So if you have question which says draw a graph of line where x is equal to 0, so that's what, y axis. Draw a graph of line where x is equal to minus 3, let's say x is equal to minus 3. Let me not waste time and take the same drawing here. So let's say question said draw a line for x equal to minus 3. What will you do? You will find minus 3 on x, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and the line will be nothing but this. Here, for any value of any value of y, be it y equal to 0, be it y equal to 1, be it y equal to minus 1, x will always be minus 3. Yeah. So if you follow 2-point method, if you substitute y equal to 0, you will get x is equal to minus 3 because there is no y here. Yeah. So x is equal to minus 3. If you get y equal to 1, still you will get x is equal to minus 3. If you join these 2 points, you get this kind of straight line. Okay, so don't feel that if there is no, if the one of the variables are missing here, you can't draw the line. You can still draw the line and it will be like this. Okay, very important result. Please draw this. Please make a note of this. Same, if you want to, if the question is y equal to 0, draw a graph for y equal to 0. Draw a graph for y equal to 0. So first of all, you need to understand here the power of variable, the order of variable is 1. So order of variable is 1. So it has to be a straight line, right? How will you draw that straight line? On this graph, here y equal to 2, y equal to 2. So for any value of x, whether you substitute x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 1, y will be equal to 2 because y is absent in that equation. So if you join these 2 points, what will you get? X is equal to 0, y equal to 2. Y is equal to, this is 1, this is 2. So y equal to 2 for x is equal to 0. For x is equal to 1, you again have y equal to 0. If you join these 2 points, what do you get here? A straight line like this. Oh God, when am I going to improve my hand? Drawing. Yeah, I'm bad at drawing on this kind of blackboard, but otherwise I'm good at drawing, okay? Yes, I have to praise myself. Okay, so this will be straight line. That is what equation, or that's a straight line for y equal to 2. Y will always be 2 no matter what is the value of x. Correct? So you can draw a graph for y equal to 2 also. Fine. So I hope you learn how to draw a line, how to draw the equation of line or linear equation on xy plane. So this is it in today's video. My name is Shyam Manawat. I will see you in the next lecture. Stay tuned. In the next lecture, we are going to draw graph for 2 lines and we will learn how, whether they intersect or they do not intersect, then what happen, they are parallel, intersecting, or they have many solutions. So with that we are going to look at in next lecture. So stay tuned. I will see you in the next lecture. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye bye.